heavyweight. Don't put me Tamar. No, we're Tony's crying.
He's confessing that although I love my family, most of the time I don't like my family. Everyone in my family.
Take a breath.
Everybody. I feel like I'm angry at everybody in my family. I don't like my family. If they weren't my family, it wouldn't be my friend.
But you can't be thinking you're gonna go have plastic surgery on a Groupon.
Exactly.
Like you,
The
ain't no
Botox
plastic
parties.
surgery on sale.
Yeah, exactly.
Like that's not gonna happen.
Yeah.
And if it's on sale, 9 times out of 10, you're not supposed to get it from the person that's having a sale on liposuction. Don't do.
When sisters go to war, the internet comes to a full stop. And trust me, what I'm about to tell you is next level messy. The Braxton family drama has officially crossed into absolute chaos, and you're going to want to sit down for this. Tamar Braxton. Yes, that Tamar has taken family tension from petty shade to full-on public destruction. We're talking scorched earth behavior. No mercy. No filter. Tamar went live and accused her own sister, Toni Braxton, of being dumped by Birdman because of an allegedly botched BBL. One she claimed smelled so bad he couldn't deal with it anymore. I wish I were joking. I am not. This is real life in 2024. But before we get into the nuclear fallout, let's rewind. This didn't come out of nowhere. 4 weeks. Tamar had been throwing subtle jabs at Toni, comments about her looks, her relationship, and hints that Birdman had been pulling away. Quiet shade at first. But the moment Tamar dropped that BBL rumor, all hell broke loose. Social media went into full detective mode. Twitter investigators clocked back in. Everyone started dissecting what really happened between Toni and Birdman. And Tamar didn't just imply anything. She went all the way there. She claimed Toni's alleged surgery was so badly botched that it smelled, and that Birdman couldn't take it anymore and walked away. Imagine airing out your sister's supposed medical issues to millions of people. The audacity, the betrayal. The internet exploded trying to figure out what could have pushed things to this level of toxicity. Naturally, Toni wasn't about to let that slide. Sources say she was furious and preparing a major clapback. And here's where things get interesting. Toni has always been pretty open about cosmetic work she's had done. She's admitted to a nose job because she didn't like her broad nose. She's owned her breast augmentation, saying she felt insecure about having a gymnast-like body. She's even joked about it publicly. But a BBL? Toni has repeatedly denied that. Fans, however, unconvinced. And you already know, the internet never misses a thing. Side-by-side photo from the 90s versus now started circulating. Comment sections went wild. People pointed out a smaller waist, wider hips, and a noticeably different silhouette from her UN Break My Heart days. Many fans believe she had lipo and a BBL and just never admitted it. Things escalated even more when Tamar allegedly doubled down publicly, essentially confirming the rumors and accusing Toni of pretending her body was all natural. Now, we all know the Braxton sisters have had a rocky relationship for years. Their reality show documented plenty of fights. But this was different. Tamar wasn't just spilling tea. She was dumping the entire pot on Toni's head in front of the world. And then came the legal move. Before Tamar could even air an episode addressing the drama, Toni's legal team sent a cease and desist. Yes, lawyers got involved. What made it even messier was that sisters Trina and Tawanda claimed they didn't even know Toni had taken legal action. That means Toni made the move on her own, without telling the family. That alone says everything about how fractured things really are. The internet was split. Some people accused Toni of being petty and unable to handle the truth. Others thought she was protecting something deeper, possibly tied to allegations we don't even know about yet. Either way, the move backfired. Tamar felt attacked and went even harder. She amplified her claims, adding more graphic details and repeating that Birdman allegedly couldn't stand to be around Toni because of the smell and wanted out of the marriage. At that point, it wasn't about exposing the truth. It was about humiliation. Now let's talk about that marriage, because the timeline is wild. Toni and Birdman's marriage lasted exactly 2 days before she filed for divorce. 48 hours. People were stunned. After years of on and off history, everyone thought they were endgame. Instead, Toni barely had time to unpack before calling lawyers. The jokes wrote themselves. Twitter said leftovers last longer than that marriage. People joked they've had colds that lasted longer. The memes were ruthless, and honestly, the confusion was understandable. That relationship has more plot twist than a Tyler Perry movie. To make it even messier, rumors claim Toni rekindled things with Birdman in 2023 after their 2019 breakup. Allegedly, she sent flirty messages, leaned into that Toni Braxton charm, and they married on August 8, 2024. Then, almost immediately, she filed for divorce again. And here's the part that sent the internet into orbit. Toni allegedly demanded $160 million in the divorce settlement. Social media went feral. People accused her of being a gold digger, said the marriage was a setup, and claimed she planned the entire thing for a payout. Even 50 Cent jumped in to clown the situation. Folks were doing the math in the comments, saying that came out to nearly $4 million per hour of marriage. Some fan defended Toni, saying she deserved it. Others were floored by the audacity. 48 hours and 9 figures? The confidence alone was shocking. Later, rumors suggested Toni filed first strategically to avoid looking like Birdman left her. A classic you can't fire me, I quit move. But then, plot twist, she called off a divorce and reconciled with him, leaving everyone completely confused. And just when it seemed like Tamar had the upper hand, Toni fired back. Her clapback was calculated and brutal. Toni brought up Tamar's messy past with her ex-fiancé, Junior. She reminded the public that Junior cheated repeatedly, stole Tamar's jewelry to give to another woman, and even got involved with Tommy Lee while still with Tamar. It was the ultimate "isn't this you" moment. Tamar had ignored every red flag, cheating, stealing, disrespect, and stayed anyway. And in the end, Junior still left her, triggering a very public meltdown. So when Toni resurfaced all of that, it completely dismantled Tamar's high ground. What this really shows is just how toxic things have become in the Braxton family. This isn't normal sibling drama. Tamar crossed every possible line of family loyalty, and Toni is clearly not backing down either. It's fire versus fire, and nobody is winning.
Is that is your man, as you call it. That is your man. He knew it was a situation with me and you. And he was down. He was down to play op games. I wouldn't take nothing like that serious, my love. That ate my and I sent him on his way. It wasn't.
Y'all, she also revealed that JR had been spilling the tea about Tamar.
You don't want me to expose how you were saying that you kicked her out and she went back to her mother's house? Not Mrs. Braxton. Not Mrs. Not Mrs. Singer with the sold out tour that JR also told me was flex. It was cap. It was she flexing. She don't have no sold out. Between me and you was his exact words. The tour not sold out. He said you was messy. He said you went back to your mother's house. He told me a lot of things that he shouldn't tell a stranger. I just met this man less than a week.
What makes this entire situation even more shocking is that it's all happening publicly. Most families at least pretend to keep their mess behind closed doors. Maybe they argue at Thanksgiving and only cousins record it on their phones. But the Braxtons? They are fighting World War III on Instagram Live, Twitter, and every platform imaginable. It feels like they want the world to witness the collapse of their sisterhood in real time. And honestly, fans are trauma bonded to this family. We've watched them for years. Their drama feels personal. We're invested, stressed, and completely unable to look away. Now people are asking the real question, how far is this going to go before someone snaps? This isn't reality TV drama that ends with a reunion hug. This is deep, personal betrayal playing out in front of millions. And the scariest part? Neither sister seems willing to be the bigger person. Pride is on the line. Reputation's on the line. Money is on the line. Every post turns into a response. Every comment becomes ammunition. It's like watching two people play chicken with their entire family legacy, and no one is swerving. The Braxton name once represented gospel roots, talent, and sisterhood. Now it's associated with lawsuits, surgery rumors, and public humiliation. That's a massive fall from grace, and it's happening fast. Longtime fans are saying they don't even recognize this family anymore. This is shaping up to be one of the messiest celebrity family feuds we've seen in years. This isn't entertainment anymore. It's a full-blown family implosion. Whatever happens next, one thing is clear. This saga is far from over. The Braxton sisters have once again put love and war on full display, and we're all watching, because there's no way this ends quietly. So buckle up, grab your popcorn, and stay tuned. Something tells me we're only at the beginning of this feud, and you won't want to miss what happens next.